Next week on Coronation Street, Carl Webster is compelled to admit that he dragged Brody Michaelis and Dylan Wilson into a life of crime after a devastating car accident leaves one Weatherfield local fighting for survival. Still pressured by Tracy Barlow's demand for money, Carl tells Brody and Dylan that he's lined up a job which involves stealing a car. Excited by the idea, the pair of mischief makers snatch the vehicle and race away, but their reckless joyride quickly spirals into disaster. Carl, Brody, and Dylan are the reason an innocent person ends up badly hurt, a Corey insider shares. Carl sets them up to swipe the car, but the teens push things further and tear down the cobbled streets at breakneck speed. George notices the vehicle while chatting with Fizz and suddenly realizes it's Dylan behind the wheel. So when the inevitable crash happens, the situation becomes far messier, especially once Abby pressures Carl into admitting that he dragged Brody and Dylan back into illegal behavior. The storyline begins as Kevin and Abby return from their holiday in Mallorca. However, Kevin soon clashes with Carl after catching him at work in the garage. With Abby, Jack, and Alfie nearby, the furious mechanic makes it crystal clear that he wants Carl out of Webster's Autos before the day ends. But Carl quickly gets pulled back into shady dealings, with catastrophic results. Later, Abby admits to Carl that she can't stop thinking about him, but their tender moment is cut short when she notices Carl's phone buzzing with a call from Dylan. Cornered, Carl confesses the truth. He persuaded Dylan and Brody to steal cars on demand. How will Abby cope with such a shocking revelation from the man she cares about? Elsewhere, George confronts Dylan, telling him he personally witnessed him driving the stolen car. With someone still lying in hospital, Dylan desperately tries to convince George that he's mistaken. Dylan does everything he can to wriggle free from the trouble he's created, the source reveals. But how can he escape when a person is gravely injured? George is adamant about what he saw, and that evidence can't just vanish. Whether Carl, Dylan, or Brody face justice for devastating a family remains to be seen, but without question, they've earned what's coming to them. As one household reels in anguish over their injured loved one, Carl, Brody, and Dylan are left battling their own heavy guilt. The only question is, will the troublesome trio ultimately be held to account for their actions? Coronation Street's Betsy Swain actress leaves viewers in tears with three-word message. ITV soap star Sydney Martin has left viewers in tears after sharing a touching three-word remark about her on-screen family. The Coronation Street actress, who plays Betsy Swain, sparked emotional reactions from fans with her brief but heartfelt statement. Followers of the ITV drama will recall that Sydney first arrived in Weatherfield last year, portraying Betsy as a new face on the cobbles. Initially introduced as Sabrina Adetiba's friend during Joel Deering's grooming plot, it was later revealed that Betsy is actually DS Lisa Swain's daughter, whom she had with her late partner, Becky. This role marked Sydney's breakthrough, and in just over a year, Betsy has already found herself swept up in plenty of Weatherfield drama. Currently, viewers are witnessing major developments for her character's family, as Lisa and her partner Carla Connor edge closer to an engagement, after previously becoming the first LGBTQ+ couple to jointly own a home on the street. Sydney has hinted that audiences can expect even more from this unconventional household, which includes Lisa, Carla, Betsy, and Carla's nephew Ryan Connor, who was invited to live at number 6 Coronation Street. When asked how she feels about the characters all under one roof, Sydney replied, "I absolutely love it. I enjoy filming on that set so much. The domestic scenes are my favorite, and I've got some brilliant ones coming up with Ryan. Their relationship has this brother-sister vibe that I've been eager to explore." She added, "It's such an honor to represent a blended family on screen because so many families come together in different ways. My favorite moments to shoot are the breakfast table scenes because they feel authentic. That's real life, and Corey portrays that so well. It's about showing that life isn't always perfect, but family, in whatever form it comes, is what matters. I'm genuinely loving it." Those sentiments rang true during Wednesday's episode when Betsy and Ryan looked overjoyed for Lisa and Carla as they officially became engaged. Earlier in the week, Carla had planned to propose again after her first failed attempt a month earlier. This time she asked Betsy for her blessing, and together they arranged a romantic garden proposal at number 6. But once again, the moment was ruined, this time because of their ongoing row with David Platt over the bins. The fallout led Lisa to discover a note Carla had written while investigating her late wife Becky, as she continued to struggle with moving forward. Betsy then stepped in despite Carla begging her not to. Determined to mend things, she urged Lisa to see Carla's actions for what they were, proof of her love. At one point, Betsy almost revealed Carla's secret, telling her mom, "Mom, you're supposed to be the sharpest detective on the force, and you still don't know what's happening, do you?" By Wednesday's installment, fans finally saw what came next. Lisa pretended to be upset with Carla, but later admitted to Ryan that it had all been part of her own elaborate plan to turn the tables and propose herself. With Carla at work, her colleagues lured her outside as a police car pulled up. To her surprise, Ryan climbed out first, followed by Lisa in full uniform. Dropping to one knee, Lisa asked Carla to marry her. Betsy then tossed the ring box over, and Carla pulled her fiancé to her feet before they exchanged rings in front of cheering neighbors. The heartwarming proposal immediately lit up social media, with fans posting emotional reactions. In one particularly memorable moment, the 4 characters, Lisa, Carla, Betsy, and Ryan, shared a tight family embrace as the episode faded to a break. Coronation Street actor claims Brody Michaelis and Dylan Wilson are in the dark, as potential crash victims revealed. The teenage troublemakers are completely unaware of the damage they've caused, as a shocking car crash looms in Coronation Street. Actor Ryan Mulvey, who plays Brody Michaelis, revealed that his character and Dylan Wilson are oblivious to the consequences of their actions as the dramatic storyline unfolds. With autumn fast approaching and darker nights setting in, the ITV soap is determined to keep viewers hooked. Just last month, a preview clip teased some of the explosive plots lined up for September. Among them is the chaos sparked by Brody and his partner in crime Dylan, who are drawn into a dangerous car theft ring orchestrated by Carl Webster. Carl, the shady half-brother of Kevin and Debbie Webster, ropes the boys into his illegal scheme, but the soap has already confirmed that it will end in disaster. In one teaser scene, Betsy Swain, distracted while on her phone, is suddenly startled as a car comes speeding towards her, with Brody behind the wheel and Dylan riding shotgun. Spoilers hint at even more twists, as Betsy, while getting ready for a night out with friends, shocks her mom Lisa Swain by admitting she slept with Dylan. Later at the precinct, Betsy leaves messages for both Dylan and Lisa. But before she can finish her call, the sound of a car crash rings out nearby, leaving her screaming in horror. ITV bosses remain tight-lipped about the aftermath, but the next episode sees Lisa reeling in anguish as the fallout of the accident begins to hit home. Ryan has now teased further details, even hinting that other Weatherfield residents might be caught up in the chaos. Speaking to Inside Soap, he explained, "Even though they're committing this huge crime, they're still just bickering like typical teenagers. They're behind the wheel of a big car but arguing about girls. That's what escalates things, and you'll see how it plays out." He continued, "At first they're buzzing and having fun. They even drive past George, and I think Fizz is there too. But then things turn serious, and they still don't realize the true consequences until later on. They haven't been caught yet, but rumors are swirling that Dylan was the one driving. Both boys are terrified of being exposed." Ryan also revealed that the pair react very differently after the crash. Brody acts laid back, insisting they just need to carry on as if nothing's wrong, otherwise they'll give themselves away. Dylan, on the other hand, is the total opposite, panicked, nervous, and full of anxiety. It's like chalk and cheese when you see them together. Coronation Street continues Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available on ITVX and YouTube.